It's starting to get cold out here in Chicago, so as you can see, I had to get my microphone a little hat, a little beanie right here. Matches the rest of its skin color as well. Pretty cool.
What's up, guys? This is Jake with Casual Ecommerce, and in this video we're going to be going over how you can actually go ahead and vet Aliexpress suppliers so you can figure out which ones are the most trustworthy, the most likely to actually deliver your product on time and in a timely manner. Now, before we get into the video, I just wanted to go ahead and ask you guys, what type of content are you interested in me putting out in the future? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're interested, which topics you're interested in me expanding on a little bit. Because if you haven't noticed, I've been trying to upload more frequently than I was before, because before I was like one video a month, which is terrible. But I also don't like to just upload for the sake of uploading. I like to actually make sure there's value and, stuff that you can't really get anywhere else. When I upload, I don't really like to do rehashed, regurgitated bullshit. So let me know what you guys would like to see from content in the future, what topics you're looking to get more information on, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay guys, so we're inside Aliexpress, and now we're going to go ahead and start taking a look at the different factors that I look at when I'm deciding to choose which supplier I'm going to go ahead and move forward with. So as you can see, I've got a little list of things that I look at for every product, and we're going to go ahead and look up a product and just go through every one of these things live and pretty much select a supplier in this video. So as you can see, I look at the amount of orders of that specific product that they have, and then the price including shipping, the processing time, the seller age, so how long the seller has been active on AliExpress, the recent order history, and the ship from country, which is kind of a separate thing, but we'll go over that at the end. So we're going to go ahead and look up a sample product. So this was a pretty popular product in 2018, so this is a good one to go ahead and start with. So what I like to do is, once you found the product you want to sell, we're going to look it up, and then I'm going to sort it by orders, because the ones that have been ordered the most are normally going to be more trustworthy. So all of these, you can see orders over 3,000, 4,000, 6,000, 7,000. So all of these have high orders and high feedback stars here. So most likely the people ordering from here are actually receiving their products in a relatively timely manner, because there's a lot of orders and good feedback. So now we have to figure out, we have to narrow down which company you want to order from. So a couple things we can do is, I'm going to go ahead and open this one up, and when you open it up, you can see the store up here, and now we can see it has been open for 2 years, and you can see their detailed seller rating is very high in all accounts for shipping speed, communication, and items described. So this is good, and being open for 2 years is a decent amount of time. And we're going to go ahead and go to the second one here. And if we scroll over this store, you can see that their feedback is a little bit lower, so 4.7. And then you can also see that this store has only been open from March 23rd of this year of 2018. So automatically, I'd definitely be leaning towards using this supplier over this one, solely because they have been open longer and their feedback score is higher. Now, let's go ahead and compare another thing. So we can go in here, so we've looked at orders and we've looked at the seller age. So now I'm going to go ahead and look at the price including shipping. So these have a bunch of different sizes. Let's just make sure they have the same one. So this is 7.8 centimeters. So yeah, this is going to be the 8 centimeter one. So this one is $10.21, and that's with free shipping with e-packet. So we're always going to include shipping in the cost, and if we're sourcing it from China, then we're always going to go ahead and factor in the price with e-packet. So this price with e-packet for the smallest size is going to be $10.21. So we'll just go ahead and compare the smallest size over here. So over here we can see the smallest size with e-packet is, this price isn't changing, so I'm going to have to assume that it is this lowest price right here of $8.80, it probably goes up. Oh wait, no, I just have to select a different color. Okay, so yeah, the same size, 8 centimeters, is going to be $8.80 with free shipping with e-package. So you can see that this listing is going to be cheaper on price, so that's about $1.41 cheaper over here. But this store has higher feedback score and has been around longer. So now we're going to go ahead and scroll down a little bit, and I just want to take a look at their order history just to see how many recent orders have been placed. So you can see it's October 16th, and a lot of orders have been placed today. I'm going to just skip to like page 5. So page 5, and it just jumped to yesterday, so a ton of orders are being placed for this product right now from this seller. And let's go ahead and see if this one is any different. So you can see a lot less orders are being placed from here. So this is page 1, and you can see that there's the orders placed on October 16th stop on page 1, and then the orders from yesterday go ahead and start on page 1. So you can see a lot more orders are being placed from this listing over here, despite it being more expensive, and that's likely because it's a more reputable seller with much higher feedback score, and they're a top brand as well. They have this gold badge. So if this was me, I would definitely be leaning towards using this seller, despite the fact that the profit margins are going to be $1.41 lower. Likely when you use a more trustworthy seller and the item gets there faster, and they get everything correct, like the address and everything, you're going to be more likely to, or less likely to, deal with headaches and other things like that, like returns and complaints. Especially when you're using e-packing and stuff, you want the item to be there as soon as possible. So the fact that this seller has the higher feedback and is getting more orders and is being more trustworthy, I'm going to assume that my order is going to get to the customers a lot faster. So at this point of analysis, I would definitely be leaning towards using this seller over this one. And I know that some people will always opt for going for the absolute cheapest price. And this seller still has relatively good feedback, and they still have a good amount of orders, so using this seller wouldn't be a bad decision. But me personally, I would rather go with the safer choice. That way I deal with less headaches moving forward, even though it cuts slightly into my profit margin. So at this point, that's how I like to go ahead and compare and contrast different sellers. So now we're going to go ahead and go back to here, and we could continue to dig through all the other top listings with more orders, and then we would go ahead and just compare all of the same factors that I just compared on here with other listings. But instead of going through every single one and making this a 1 hour long video, I'm just going to go ahead and skip straight to the ship from country real quick, because we're going to look at one other thing. So the last thing that I like to look at is I like to see whether or not the product I want to sell can potentially be sourced from America, because if it can, the majority of the time I'm promoting and advertising in the US, so if it can ship from the United States, I'd rather ship from the United States, because I'd rather the shipping time be a lot quicker, because it's going to lead to less headaches and better customer feedback. So what I want to do here is, let's say we went ahead and looked through all of the ship from China listings, and I have narrowed it down to this listing right here. So at this point now, I'd switch from ship from China to ship from the United States to see if there is any. And you can see we have some listings from the United States, and you can see we have one with a lot of listings right here. So we're going to go ahead and open this up, and you can see ship to the United States, and let's pick the 8 centimeter. And you can see free shipping to the United States via seller's method, estimated delivery time 7 days. So in my experience, when messing with sellers, suppliers that are shipping from the US, it usually takes about a week, so it cuts your shipping time in half, which is a good thing. But you can see that it shoots up your product cost by a decent bit. So you can see our product costs went up about 50%. So unlike the difference of $1.41 before, you can see we have a huge difference now of roughly $5 and like 60 or 70 cents. So you can see this is going to be a very large discrepancy in profit margin. So at this point, you have to kind of weigh out, would you rather have a little bit more profit, or would you rather have more satisfied customers? And I would lean towards having more satisfied customers if your profit margin is big enough. Now, let's say you're only selling this for $16, $17, then you don't really have a choice. You can't use this because you won't make any money. However, that means you're probably pricing this product too low. And if your margin is only buy for 10, sell for 16, then this probably just isn't a good product anyway, and you should probably look for another one. So let's say you're selling it for $35. So you're buying it for 10, selling it for $35, so $25 profit. Then in that case, buying it for 16 and then have a $19 profit would probably be worth it to get it to your customers faster, to get better customer feedback, and to also increase repeat customers, because happy customers will be a lot more likely to rebuy from you. So when you're analyzing the US listings, usually they're going to have less feedback and stuff because more people buy from China because it's cheaper. But you can see this store has also been open for 2 years, and they have the 4.8 as well. So it's pretty good. So they're about dead even on this aspect, except they don't have the gold top brand like they do over here. However, their feedback is 98.3, 98.5, so it's really close. And you can see that this product has significantly less reviews, 265 versus 2,138. However, that's still a pretty decent amount. So when it comes down to comparing these sellers from China versus the US, like I said, you just have to look at what you are potentially aiming to sell the product for, what are competitors selling the product for, and then decide whether you want maximum profit or maximum, I guess you could say, customer appreciation. And normally customer appreciation is going to be better for long term, and profit's going to be better for short term. So that's not a decision I can make for you. That's something you have to weigh out, and you have to decide which direction you're trying to go with your store. Is it a short-term cash grab, or are you trying to actually have more of a long-term sustainable store with repeat customers? So these are the things I like to look at when I'm vetting suppliers on Aliexpress for the products. Let me know what you guys think, and if I missed anything, go ahead and leave that in the comments down below. If you like videos like this, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll see you guys in another video.